Everybody, how are you? Here we are on New Year's Day, goofing around out here at the barn. I want to see if you can guess what I'm doing. Okay, here's what I'm doing. There's this long bench. You might know what this is. You'll have to watch and find out. I'm making cedar shavings for kindling in the stove. Steve built this shave horse, right? That's what it's called. Tell me again what this is called.
Draw knife.
A draw knife. He bought this at an antique store.
At the.
And you just bring it down through here, and it makes real thin shavings, and it smells really good. This is what we've been using in the wood stove to get the fire to take off, and it really works. That and a little dryer lint, or maybe a little newspaper, works amazing. This is kind of therapeutic. Braden does them sometimes, and I guess Steve does them probably more than any of us. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I have to say it's kind of enjoyable. Weather here is actually pretty nice today. We've had a lot of rain in the last couple days. It's really wet and muddy, but temperature's around 40 or so, so it's way better compared to a few days ago. Yeah, it's all curled around it. Wonder how many times this thing's been used. What's the difference in how you hold it?
It's how deep it goes.
This way? So this goes deeper?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's harder to do too. I don't want to do that. I don't want to cut myself. Okay, I'm probably not a professional at this, but you know. Here, now you do some and let's see how good you do. Because I'm probably not doing very good. Okay, here's the professional at work now. Oh yeah, he's much better than I am. You know, the old ways that people used to do things are not always such bad ways. There's nothing wrong with working with your hands, that's for sure. Down to the end. He just pulls it up when he needs another. His are all falling off on the ground. Okay, here's the OM farm awl he brought up here from the hay barn. He's going to try to start working on it. It hasn't been running for quite some time. It needs a lot of work. It needs tires. So he's going to tinker around on it this winter. I'd really like to see him be able to restore it back to what it was. This actually was a white, Steve? White farm awl? A demonstrator model, which was actually white and not red. You can see there on the front end, get over here a little closer, where some of the white paint's showing through. See where the white paint's, the original paint's coming through? It actually was a white one instead of a red one. But we'll keep you posted on this progress, how it's going. Okay, so we're out here at the garden. We've shaved enough cedar to do us for a few days. He's got this. This is the garden where all the tomatoes were and the flowers. He's got that plowed up already, ready to go next spring, or this spring, I guess. And over here we still have some turnips in the ground. Actually, I think they're still okay. We had that really cold snap that where it got down around 10. but I think they've survived. They're cold hardy root vegetables, so I think they've hung on there. But I wondered when he planted them if he was feeding an army. We actually intended to get some more canned and we hadn't, but now I believe we might be able to pick through them and get some out to can. Look what a turnip. I reckon it's soft in the middle. Usually when they get that big, they get soft in the middle. It looks good. How long's it been out? Probably October?
September, right?
September? Let's see. It don't look too bad in the center. I don't know if y'all like turnips or not, but we like to eat them raw. Just peel them and slice them, put a little salt on them. Or you can boil them and eat them with cornbread, or you can fry them like a potato. I've actually cooked them in with potatoes, like for potato soup. Honestly, you really can't tell any difference between that and a potato when they're in something like that. And this time in the year, they're really sweet and mild. They're really muddy because, you know, it's muddy outside today. I never thought I'd have put some in with our lunch. We had cabbage for the New Year's and potatoes boiled together. I'd have put some turnips in. I never thought. But so we're still getting food out of the garden, and it's January the 1st. Can't beat that. It's going to be time to start ordering garden seed before long. So if you're going to try to do a garden this next year, and I really recommend it, it's not a bad time to put out a garden. The time that, you know, that we're going through with this country. We all know what happened last summer when this pandemic hit, that, you know, things got kind of limited. And that's a scary thing to go through, to think that, you know, maybe one day you can't walk in the grocery store and get food to feed your family. Even if you just put out 5-gallon buckets with something in it, it beats nothing. You can buy tubs at Walmart. I ordered a set of, I think there was 6 of them last year, the great big tubs with the rope handles, for like $36, I think. They were like $6 a piece. We grew sweet potatoes in ours. I mean, you can grow in anything, anywhere. Even if you're in town, you can set it on your back patio, your back porch. If you've got a balcony outside your apartment, as long as it can get some sun and some fresh air and water, it should grow. It's very reassuring to know that you can grow your own food, and if you order heirloom seeds, you can save your own seeds. So you're not relying on anybody to have, you know, a garden or food. I can't get over how green this grass is for January. We're really blessed this year that there's not a lot on the pastures, but it's sure a whole lot more than what it usually is this time in the year. There's the beef cows. They've been fed. They're eating hay. They've had some corn tonight, or some feed tonight. Look how green that is down in there. I don't know if you can see or not. This rain, I think, has greened it back up some. But all the animals have been fed and watered tonight. It's starting to cool down a little bit. Before you know it, it's going to be time to start collecting maple sap. We'll try to keep you up to date on that this time. Right in here is where we usually tap several trees. In here and over in those woods right there, we try to get them fairly close to the house so they're easy to check. I mean, we've got maple trees all over the farm, but these are the closest ones here. And we usually get enough out of these in a couple of weeks' time that is enough for us to make do with. We've still got some left from this past year. that we cooked down. So we made plenty last year. We probably won't make any more than that this year. But that's a good, fun, old-fashioned thing to do too. That's, you know, a lot of people don't even think about. They're just used to buying their Aunt Jemima or Mrs. Butterworth's on the store shelf. And here we are out here by the garlic bed. There's a few of them peeking through. But I think they'll be okay. They're covered in straw. I don't think we counted how many we planted, but we planted a lot this time. It'll be there till July is usually when we pull it. Some of this is from what we grew last year, and some of it is just store-bought garlic that I picked up. I think I picked up a bag at Sam's or somewhere like that. We usually plant some of that. And Steve found a kohlrabi growing in one of the raised beds. Trim it off, we'll take it in. These beds out here still need to be cleaned out. We're going to try to get some more built this winter. We're hoping to, or I don't know. We'll have to see. But we actually planned on having about 6 raised beds out here, and we've only got the 2 so far. We were going to put 6 beds out here and then fence around it. So that way if the cows got out or something, then, you know, we wouldn't have to worry about anything getting into them. But I don't know. We'll just have to see how the weather goes and how the time goes. We don't get any time in the spring because Steve works a lot of overtime at work in the spring. The pond is holding water still. So we're hoping it's going to continue holding water. Maybe we can get it stocked one of these days. And we'll have fresh fish right here next to the house. Here's a little close-up shot of the pond. Cows over there eating. Pretty peaceful out here right now. Birds are chirping. Well, we're glad you all came along with us today for a little checkup on things here on the farm. We haven't been on for a while. I don't know. We just kind of took a break. But we're hoping to get back into putting out a lot of videos and maybe try to teach you something you never knew before. Or just see how life is here on the farm in Kentucky. Right now it's pretty calm and quiet. Like I said, pretty muddy, but the snow's all gone and the temperatures are back up. So we're starting a whole new year here. This will be, how many years, Steve, here? Don't make me count. Huh?
26.
26. This year will be 26?
Yeah.
This year will be our 26th year here on this farm. And we will have been married 35 years this spring. So I hope y'all come along with us on this journey this spring to see how things are going. We're going to start digging through the seed catalogs and getting our orders together for that. And we'll come back and talk to you a little bit about some seeds, about the garden seeds and some tips on some of that stuff. And we may have a video in the next day or two with the sawmill. So come back and see us. Keep an eye out. Click the notification button so it'll let you know when we put a new video out. And I hope you all have a great evening. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel. We might be boring sometimes, but we try to do something interesting every once in a while. So thanks for coming. God bless.